And now for something completely different. Here's a mangrove snake, and this is a Boiga divergens. This is from Palo Island off basically Philippines. And this is one of our animals that we're raising, and we're pretty excited about these. These, of course, are a little rear fang snake, but they're generally pretty placid. They do come to life at night, but very, very pretty animal indeed. Very rare. This is a future project we're pretty excited about raising, and he's very unsure of me, so what he'll do is he'll start to flatten his head. And pretty much this is like an animal to be observed, not really an animal that you mess with too much. It probably stresses them out a little bit, but they're just so beautiful. They're gonna get this awesome blue. It's just starting to come in, and anybody that's ever had the time to actually keep Boiga, such as mangrove snakes and stuff like that, they're a really unique animal. They're kind of fascinating, and one of the problems is we don't really get to see many captive ones. So seeing some nice captive born ones is just, it's pretty unusual. And this type is just like the top of the heap. Let's see, my buddy. He's telling me that's about as much as I'm going to get away with. Well, anyways, really nice snake, and someday we hope to breed these. We also have the caramel T-positive albinos, which are dendrophile. All right. Hopefully this comes out. It's really hard to tell. You can also do one thing. Their caging is pretty simplistic. These guys, if you have a deep substrate bed of like cypress mulch and moss, and you can basically achieve humidity that way, and then you want to give them an area where they can come off the substrate and basically dry off, because sometimes animals, even though they require humidity and such, they don't want to be wet, and they'll get bacterial and fungal infections. You'll start getting blister type disease, or crusty scales. Any kind of necrotic scalation is bad on these guys. So the trick is to keep them humid but clean, and give them a way that they can just dry out. And you can see this animal doing exactly this. These guys are big time arboreal, so they have prehensile tail. So they'd spend a great amount of time up in the trees, up in the canopy on the edge of waterways as they hunt. And these guys, I think in the wild, would pretty much eat anything. That's amphibians, lizards, fish, all sorts of mammals, and birds and such. But very, very cool animal, very cryptic in nature. So you can kind of see like a basic setup here, but this works great. Got ventilation on each end, and just size it. They don't really have a huge impact on the cage, so you can give them a nice big cage, and the upkeep is rather minimal. All right, say goodbye.